Setting up this live has been a treat. All right. Okay. So I'm in the live. This is what I'm doing. I'm doing it live. I could have waited. Yeah, right. Okay. So this is a guided meditation. I'm pouring some moon water. The reason I took that pill on camera is to know that I am medicated. Oof, and I'm spilling water. That's alright. It is what it is, right? Sometimes you gotta start off messy, you just gotta start. My moon water blessed last night. Here we are, 2 cup. Actually, it's just a 1 cup manifestation method here. I'm not making it too complicated. We're stepping into a new timeline. There's so many liquids for me to drink right now, it's kind of like absurd. I'm going to hope. Well, this says it's not connected, so this is not connected. I might as well take it out. It's all right if you paid for the mic and the mic ain't working. Look. This life, we are set up to lead. We are set up to discover. We are set up to uncover ourselves in a new way. Can you hear me? Person in the chat, can you hear me? Person in the audience, can you hear me? Consistency has been my thing, right? I love that whole floating around, not touching the ground. I need to make a couple notes because Spirit God was talking this morning, telling me what to focus on because I was, in a walking meditation, praying, asking, what do you want to tell the people? So, a few things that came up. My crispy new notebook here. Let me write it down. Everybody prepare yourself with water. For our water blessing meditation. You don't need to take notes, but you do need to be open to the process. All right. Well, I have to go give some moon water to my ancestor altar real quick, and I'll be right back. Yes, it's awkward. Yes, I could have done this before. Yes, the chatter in my brain. But what I'm being told is you do it anyway, right? So, as I am here because of them, I will honor them. If you want an ancestor altar kit, get you one. Why am I selling them? I don't know. Directly message me. I have one. Quite a few, actually. Thank you, ancestors. Let's take this. This off this change. All right. Let's get it started. It's already been started. From the moment the very first human was co-created with the earth and the stars, this was started. This moment has been making its way to you. This moment has been making its way to you, your authenticity, your reality. Me willing to make this as awkward as possible. Me accepting that it's alright that it is. What's my biggest concern from my wounded child perspective? Being weird. Not being accepted. My inner teenager being accepted as being a sheep. Ultimately rebelling in any sense of the word. But still in line with the system, right? For survival's sake. Still trying to fit in with somebody. Huh? And my mature woman, because I'm a woman, my mature divinity. I accept myself. And I'm going to sit in my power. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. The hardest part about being is when you fall out of being. What do you do then? We're so addicted to that self-judgment, that self-ridicule, that voice to be better. Who would have thought turning that voice off is what makes you better? To be heard, to be seen, to be valued. A lot of people crave these things, crave these places, these spaces. Some people think they don't want to be seen, but I think that has to do with abuse more than it has to do with your true gifts. Rubbing my my stomach, my gut to get back in alignment with who I am. To find a place to anchor within, not just shut down. Right? So I study and work with fascia on a real level. The fascia, the Maya, the fascia maker. Right? This tool right here. Not only does it help with physical pain, but it helps with freeing you energetically, spiritually. It frees you. It opens you up to who you are. It releases pain. We spend so much time in an effort to seek pleasure or to numb out that feeling uncomfortable itself becomes a pain when really that is a moving state. It changes from moment to moment. And if we're not willing to be uncomfortable, to get to the next stage, then how do you even know when you're free? How will you know? You're seeing something happen to someone else and you choose not to get uncomfortable. You just become fearful or self righteous, right? And that ultimately will wear you down. And you won't become you anymore. You'll become this outside force attempting to control the narrative of you. But in reality, that is not the case. You are you, choosing to shrink, hide, mold, and copy rather than think for yourself. And thinking for yourself can become quite difficult when you've been living in fear, anxiety, and distrust, and fed this concept that you're supposed to distrust yourself from an early age. But I think we can all kind of see right now that they've been teaching us to lie to ourselves. They've been misappropriating values. Don't get me wrong. You want to like music or see a band, do that. If you have a certain type of attraction, sexuality that's safe for that other being, and they receive and reciprocate without coercion, go for it. But now is the time to honor the self. Now is the time to honor your needs. Honor your personality. Who are you? That is not how the class is taught. Just so you know. I'm just using it here. Feeling awkward. Remembering how to feel into the self. And I have to remember all the time, almost every day, as it was conditionally removed from me from the moment of my birth in the hospital. I've always been upset with the concept of what I truly am. It was painful upon entry into this world. It's painful to rely on people who say they can be relied on and turn out to want to manipulate you, to control you. From the moment of my birth, they've been attempting to control me. Just like I want to control this fire. I can guide this fire. It can put itself out. It can burn a little more. But ultimately, I can only guide the smoke. I can only assume all sides so many times. Understand what happens to it on almost all of its chemical, physical, material levels. But I cannot assume its nature. I cannot assume it's heaven here. or what a tell is. I do not know if this plant considers me an enemy or a friend, but I know what I consider it: a medicine, a connection, a nuance, a divine space that brings me ever so romantically with the smell of its smoke, with the burning of its dry leaves, closer to calling God into this moment. The closeness that's required of you to step into your divine space. Who you are is only known by you. And whatever you say you are, you are. Yes, sometimes we jump back and forth because our minds have been trained to skip, to jump around, to assess all dangers so that we can survive, so we can thrive. And so, since we're no longer in survival, we're in thrival. I'm going to take this time to bless our bodies by adorning my body with oil. I acknowledge its being on every single cell, not just the outer ones that I'm moisturizing, but the ones deep within me, the ones deep within that know that they are cared for, they are here with purpose, they are divinely appointed upon this land. And with the consciousness, they blend. And with the feeling, they tell a story of what my life is here on earth. Every cell of your body is a blessed being. So if you haven't figured out by now, grab yourself some oil, which I didn't mention in the beginning of the video. Start putting it on your body, putting energy into your vessel, positive energy into this beautiful machine, this beautifully orchestrated temple, similar yet different to others. Here for a reason, for many seasons, co-created with the universe, the divine, for something magical here on earth. Others are of no consequence when you are building the story, meaning when others wish negatively upon you or talk down to you or make you feel insignificant. Yes, that is the reflection of themselves. However, they're putting that toxic into you. And the only way to not receive it is to shield yourself. This is a really lovely peacock oil that I like to adorn my body with. The only way to not experience that is not. Well, I mean, I had cognitive dissonance. I full on disassociated, right? That was my defense mechanism. And it's not about defending or deflecting or shutting down. Because once you learn to do that, it's too much. It can take over. What it is about seeing who they are, where they're at, what they're doing, why they try to wipe their feet upon you, or use you as their stepping stool. Realize they're so ignorant that this is how we build walls. This is how we connect and build fortresses of our divine knowledge, is through connection. People look at science as if it were God. This is a fact. It is a religion. It does explain certain things, but it doesn't explain all things. It isn't a panacea, a cure all for everything. A cure all for everything. Is the totality of time. Our problems are our problems, but they're also community problems. Someone else's injustice is also your injustice. Because ultimately, all signs in all directions and all points and all pieces of dust and matter blend together to become something else. More, less. Your consciousness only exists in this moment, but it placates itself by assuming that time exists. The assumption of time allows for the construct or the story of the universe, of your universe, of you as a blessing or as a curse. You can never say you weren't warned, but you can say you didn't listen. You didn't hear the signs, the pings of your body saying, we need your help, focus on us. We need your care. Oh, you're feeling sad. That's a sign of something. Granted, masking, we do often. Granted, peace, we find so little if we're looking at war. The war that truly exists is within the self, and the agreement or disapproval of the soul, the spirit connection, the body connection. To shut down on something that you really know nothing about. The biggest part has been the denial of the effects of others on the self, or self on others. Oh, I just said one thing. It couldn't have hurt. It couldn't have meant any harm. Oh, they look like this, so I should treat them like that. Oh, I was told that I'm worth more than that person, so I'm going to go ahead and destroy them. It's this simple cat's cradle that has us all in a pickle. In a basket, vortexing straight, down, middle, upward, all around. An explosion. And how do you counteract an explosion? You implode it. You put it in a vacuum. You accept it for what it is, integrate it and shift it and remold it under great concentration and focus into something else. But that means that you need to be flexible enough, be it physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, to find out and realize what it is and shift it. I feel like that was super deep. I don't know if anybody got that. That was an anti-inflammatory, by the way. An anti-inflammatory. Got a little elbow pain. But instead of me just pushing through, saying, this is it, just keep going. What are you telling me, elbow? Let myself receive. And what I am great at receiving is divine messages. So if you have any questions, any concerns, you need me to focus any healing towards, or you want to ask me to ask questions about it, first ask yourself. That's the goal of this place. That's the goal of this channel, is to help you understand who you are and what it is you're here for. Okay? But I will ask anyway if it helps you focus. Sometimes we need an outward focus. Sometimes we receive our messages from the divine through music, through songs, through lights, through birds, through animals, through our kids. All of these things are communicating. All this stuff is communicating. And what is it saying? I am in pain, is what I hear. I want attention. I'm too busy. There's so much going on. How do I sit and focus? How do I be still? What is the goal? To be free. What is freedom? Order. Focus. How do we create more when we are living in the construct of our own? Hi, love. What a great name, Kai. Is this the Kai I know from BI? That's you. I love you. And so here's where these things I wrote at the beginning, these channel messages, for those of you who were on the tiki-taki, I'm still learning how to do all this stuff. But anyway, I hope my voice isn't too low. My mic is acting up. I haven't figured out how to put a mic on my lap. You know what? I'm not going to complain. That's going to put me out of place. For a meditation and a channeled message. So now I was praying, asking what to do. I'm a moving meditator. I like to move. I like to problem solve. I like to get my little dopamine hits. Got me a glass of moon water. Impromptu blessing, body blessing, oil blessing. And delving into the cosmicness and the concreteness of why esoteric and physicality come together and overlap. Right, so the replay will be on YouTube, and not the fashion channel, the everything channel. Putting everything. I do yoga stuff, stuff like yoga. Take a deep breath in with me. So, this is what I do mostly. Break up fascia. Teach people how to break up myofascia. It helps with chronic pain, inflammation, but it also helps with spiritual blocks, emotional blocks, disembodiment stuff. Well, I got it from my parents, so I'll thank them too. Hey, you know what's funny? It's a full moon, and this looks like a full moon. Should I show you my full moon? Just kidding, you guys. This is it right here. Drumming. This is a buffalo drum, and it has a nice resonance. So until I make my own drum, we all have the beat. Let's come to the body. I'm going to put my water beneath my drum, so to bless it with the frequency, the resonance. It's going to be complicated for me to talk over the drum, so I won't. So this was to help anchor into the body, to feel that resonance. The bass sound is really good for reverberation, right? Feeling into the body, feeling into the space we're going to call home for this time here on earth, right? And so I want you to take some time to notice where you felt that sound, where it called to you. And for me, it was, oh, okay, good, good. I felt it in my legs when I was by my legs, but two in the base area, right? Also my heart. What about you? Where did you feel that sound? Feel free to note it in the chat. Feel free to say, I couldn't feel it at all. It was just that noise. Wherever you are in your process, drinking all the liquids. How? Well, the fascia, like I told you, the stuff we break up, it could actually hold up to 4 gallons of water in the average human. Even the little ones, people, not our cakey, not our children, but the little ones. Okay. So this helps massage and break that up. So I'm pretty sure, well, maybe by now, who knows when in the however long this is posted up, you will be able to see this video. If you have a fascinator, you know what I'm talking about in terms of feeling inside of your body. Your body has a voice again. Your organs have a voice again. Um, this it's not that big. It's actually about 20 to 24 inches, and it fits inside of most carry-ons. And if you're talking about something else, I will get a moderator and I will get that removed. But if you're talking about the fascinator and the fascinator method, which I teach, but I'm not teaching that here in this class. I'm talking about spirituality. I'm talking about the cosmic nature of our physical body and why it's important for us to stay present during these very intense times. The amount of trauma that's happening consistently in our world is causing a lot of people to disassociate or to numb out. And you can use tools to um, become more present, but it's only through your present conscious awareness that you're going to make the best decisions for not only your future, but all those involved, looking forward and backwards in time in the now. So this is integral to our understanding of reality. Granted, I'm skipping back and forth and floating around in a very esoteric fashion. And when I've labeled this as a meditation and energy healing, it is, but it's also an intellectual healing. Having the conversation that takes you out of the over sexualization of another person, because that might be what these texts are. I'm getting messages, right? Even though it is an appreciation, it's a distraction and keeping you focused in a certain area and me feeling defensive. So I don't show my body as a reason to get attention. My body is my body, and I'm thankful it's here. And I've learned to love it in so many different ways, and shapes, and sizes, and beings. And yes, I still get marketed to with trillions of dollars of interest in me commodifying who I am for someone else's enjoyment. But I commodify myself. I wear what I want to wear because I like me and these things. I feel good in my skin. And if I don't, I notice that, and I don't suppress it and call it shame. I use it as a catalyst to heal. What am I holding on to that I don't need to? What can I let go of so that I can become more? And I suggest that everyone else learn this type of transmutation and alchemy in order to become who it is they wish to truly fully be and become. It's simple, really, but it's also complicated because we are like multifaceted crystals. We are light, we are water. So, with the fascia being the light body, right? It takes several picks, I guess you could say, several rungs. You know how a key and a lock work, right? And if you don't, let me explain it really quickly. A lock has a slit, a hole in it. And inside that lock is a bunch of tumblers. Now, I'm not a locksmith, I'm not a lock person. So this analogy, this middle metaphor might be kind of a little rough, but I think you'll understand it. So the lock has the slit, and in the slit goes the key. And there's a bunch of tumblers that have different shapes. So when you put the key in, if the key fits in the lock, great. If some keys don't fit in the lock, right? This isn't going to work. So direct, sometimes we'll call it religious accosting, be it science being shoved down your throat, being religion being shoved down your throat, being spirituality being shoved down your throat. It sometimes it just won't fit. Right? Someone's message may not fit. Some messages they fit in, but then they don't get the locks twisted. Right? You can't twist it. It's not doing anything. It fits in the lock, but it doesn't make sense. So it's similar to our physicality. Someone may say, jog, it's the best for you. But then you've got the bad knee and then your feet don't work. Maybe you're in a wheelchair, right? These methods aren't going to work for you. Maybe they say, eat nothing but meat, but you grew up vegan and you don't want to eat meat. I don't know. This is just this scenario. Maybe your body's calling you to things, right? You have to listen to what's happening in that lock to unlock the pieces. Often, a majority of people, even deaf people, can feel into the base, the moon, the shape, right? They feel into what's resonating with their body because the body is primarily what? Water. Right? Water and stuff. And the stuff is the organization. So sometimes it takes a certain mindset, a certain pattern, a certain level of thought to actually get into the lock and then start to have things turn. But it's through that consistency of turning, doing the rolling every day, doing the meditation on a daily, feeling into your body, remembering that will unlock your cosmic consciousness, your wokeness, your ability to connect with the divine. Everyone has the skill set, everyone has the ability. It's just what brings that on. Maybe it's laughing for you, being with friends. Maybe it's taking that walk, being in nature. Maybe it's that win, that coast, that win, that high you get after you game or something. I don't know. Everybody has different little pieces, little tumblers in their locking system. And so what I've found, what I do cuts through a lot of them and puts people back into their bodies. But it also, when it puts them back in their bodies and opens them up and looses them, it awakens them to the divine nature. So let's get ready to get ourselves set up for our 2-cup method. Okay? And this is made with moon water that was blessed last night. So for those of you, you don't need moon water, you just need some water and 2 cups. 1 cup, however full you want. The other cup, empty and ready to receive, to learn, to grow. And for spirituality's sake, I'm going to put this, let me see, I think I have to scoot back, excuse me, so you can see. All right. I look so different from like one angle to the next. It's kind of crazy. Like this angle, I think I look. Anyway, I said do it anyway. And I'll read you the rest of after this ritual, right? After this ritual, I will read you the rest of the divine messages, or should I just read them first? What do you think? I'll let you vote. Let's see what we got here. We gotta say hi over there. Okay, hi. We gotta. Those look huge. Yes, the fascinator's really. It's big, but it's not that big. It's the perfect size, and that's what we're talking about today. Opening yourself up to yourself, your energy field, your fascia, your power. Let's take a 30-second break. I'll give you a break to go get water. I'm going to step right around the outside here, and I'll be right back. I'm bringing some stuff right now. We're going to light one of our coals. Okay, there we are. And we're back. Ready. Almost ready for this ceremony. Thanks for staying tuned in. I know this was a little bit of a strange one, but I'm a little bit of a strange one, to be honest with you. I have my mirror. That is dirty. Isn't that a reflection for life? If your mirrors are dirty, then maybe you can't see things exactly how they're supposed to be seen. Metaphors for life. You look around, maybe you'll see something. Drag the piece of the puzzle. What? Dude, oh, it's just checking that I'm still here. That's an interesting thing. You get a quiz right in the middle of a guided meditation. Lord help the ADHD. Now it's like, I want to go play puzzles. No, I'm just kidding. I don't follow. A little mocha with some ashwagandha. Baby, put it in there. Feel good yonder. Steaks. What are the steaks we're living in right now? So I've got a piece of coal. And I'm going to burn some frankincense, okay? I have a piece of coal. I typically like to do this on my stove. So it gets an even burn. But right now, I'm going to start where I am, use what I have, and do what I can. And that's the truth. Yes, these things are supposed to start burning on their own. But that's usually if you have a fan or something going. There's a lot of people from all over the world on TikTok. I'm hosting this on TikTok as well. That one's going to get deleted, right? Someone's got some fun tunes. Is there a better way to do this? Like for real? I can't join a live right now. Someone else is and ask them what's the best way to light a coal. Or else I'll get distracted from the whole point of the blood moon ritual of the blood moon. meditation. I mean, most of the women I know started their cycles early too. Those that weren't pregnant, or those that were in their maidening years, right? Not maidening, what do you call it? Wise woman years. I like that. Menopause. Does that mean it can start again if we can menopause it? Anyway, I'm just gonna pause that. That's what I'll do after. Pause. I'm gonna pause that real quick, just to be funny, not to actually cut people off. Although right now, you know what I'm saying? Millennials unite. Protesting says one thing, and that's what for some of us to do, right? That unlocks us. Slowing down does something to another. Regathering with the community and talking with everyone. Understanding what's happening here. Oh, thank God. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. I hope my talk of God does not offend you. But if it does, that's on you. I'm never offended by the great and powerful. Ugh. When I was born, the doctors pulled me out with forceps. Those are like scissors. And it pinched a nerve, right? And so from that initiation at birth, my first pain, that's where you find me in a state of healing from something that happened at birth. People like to think, oh, you can just get over it. Well, if you just prayed hard enough, God would do that. Or if you just did this, who's going to save you? People want power. People want control. People want to push blame. Some things I know that I've done that have been horrible are pretty few and far between. Like, sorry, Candy, I stepped on your foot that one time. I had ill intentions of doing that. But something, a switch in me, stepping. I should just massage her fascia. She'll feel better. We made that cheer together. Fond memories. Such a tall, beautiful woman. And things I did that I can see now. Like, I was always so angry with my ex-husband, but he also didn't tell me the truth, didn't talk to me, went in. Well, he knows what he did. It's not a here nor there. Well, that wasn't pleasant to deal with. As I was underappreciated and underutilized and exploited and made to play like I was a dummy. Look, the age of Marilyn Monroe is over. We're all beautiful, and we don't have to play stupid for you to think so. Yes, I saw that manipulation. Yes, I saw you play that friend group against me and act like I was the one for you. That is a fool. That is a fool. Oh, hello. Welcome. Hi. Love you, boo. I see you. I see you. We still got to make a song together. Some of those lyrics. Anyway, got to make it sexier. Okay. So I'm doing a 2-cup ritual. You need 2 cups, one with water, one with no water. The second one with no water, you're gonna have to drink it all, just so you know. So if you didn't drink that much water, just get ready. The second one, I like it to be bigger than the first. I already did the oiling up ritual. sounds more sordid than it is. It's the cosmic blessing, the blessing of the self to help the others, to guide the others, to hold place the others. I'm gonna be solid. I'm gonna be right here. When you fall apart, I'm still right here. But when I fall apart, I know how to build you to know where I'm at. To know where I have two cameras, so maybe if I put this over here, it'll be helpful. Who knows? Will it be helpful if I put it there so I'm not looking everywhere? Mm. Hold my mic. Hold my mic. Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 3. This is 1, 2, 1, 3. Anyway, Fibonacci sequence. That's not it. That's not it. Um, I'm adding. It's actually 1, 1, 2, 3, 7. So here's my coal. I'm putting a little frankincense, a little myrrh, some copal. I'm sweetening the air for that sweeter spirit within me. But the sassy one that knows is here to win. It's here. It's in it to win it. Don't play. This is not a game. This is real life. You messed up. Could have had you a wife. A queen and empress. I thought I'd be with you forever, but it's only me I see. I have excellent skin. Always have. And one chin hair. Who wants it? I'll give it to you. That's why you can't grow one. It's mine. All right. So I think my sweetheart is up. Let me check on him. I'll be right back. I'm not going to end the live. I'll be right back. Get your water. For real though. Cat out here sounding like a grown man. What is up with that? That is a special dude. Okay. Also have a mirror if you want to do some mirror work. I technically have a mirror behind this, but that's too far away and my mic's not working, so there's no point in me putting you that far away. Okay. Let me get myself all dolled up and pretty for the camera for this meditation piece. Now we're stepping into a portal made of water, made of blessing, a portal made of earth, our bodies, a portal made of fire, our souls. We've come here today together to bond into the blood of ourselves, of our ancestors, of what we know is our responsibility to clear and create with this space. And as our blood shifts, as our liquid matrix, our fascia, right? As all of these things start to alchemize and shift and change, we hold anchor in the ripple that is our knowing. We are starting where we are and co-creating with the universe, with our motions, our body, our activity, our thoughts, our purity and connection in this space. We're stepping into a new universe. So that's what the second cup is for. And I've picked a bigger cup so that I can actively show the universe I can handle even more of what you want from me. I know my blessings are great and what I give is even greater. I trust this moment and I step into what I'm choosing to co create with her, with him, with it, with God, with the universe. I'm choosing to stand righteous and pono and connected ultimately in my divine power and knowing. The safety, the abundance, the wealth, the beauty, the co creation of this art piece, sometimes a musical, but always a movie. I live so well that negativity falls off of me. I am aware of it, but it doesn't faze me because I know my mission is anchored. I help so many just by being me, and the ripple effect is undeniable. And what comes back to me, it's not based on some past insecurity, in fear, something planted in my ancestors, something used for survival so long ago. What ripples back to me is the abundance of love and blessings and just presence I give to the world. I see it in every direction, forward and back. I remain humble and in awe of the blessings that are here for me. I know what I want, I know what I desire, and I know everyone has a want and everyone has a desire, and those are the ones that come together to create harmony, to create blessings, to create bliss for us all. I see it in every breath, every movement. Prepare yourself to pour into the second glass. And think of anything that spills out as that which no longer needed, and taking with you everything. And so this rim is a portal. It receives and accepts all of your free energy into creating and co-creating with the universe. And as it passes the threshold, you trust and fall into the process. With every gurgle of this water, the co-creation of my dreams, my hopes, all that which I desire to grow into this next space. The abundance, the beauty, the wealth, the artistry, the music. I release and surrender, and I know I'm going to grow. It has been written. It has been said. I write into this future, taking one last look at the old self, seeing exactly who and where I am. See, I can even magnify if I wanted to. Accepting what used to be a flaw is now a gift. What used to be a shame is now my power and how I become seen. I choose to trust this moment and shut the chapter on what is old, what has just begun to fall apart. I trade it in. I'm going to trade it in. I'm going to release it. I'm going to trust that everything I know and want and love is just growing stronger and is here for me. So now it's time we're going to focus in and we're going to drink this water and drink in the feeling, the coolness, the refreshing, or the warmth, the coating. However it appears and feels with you, you're just going to fully surrender and accept this new life and let it percolate and grow through all of your cells, flush through all of your organs, rinsing it, becoming anew, and letting it be seen and heard who you are. And letting all the things magnetize to you, because this is going to change that frequency. As soon as this is done, this is going to change that frequency and shift you as you receive it. And you're still letting go. Okay, so if something pops up and you notice a pattern that you said to yourself, or maybe you notice an emotional reaction, you're going to see it, hear it, and let it go, because it's wafting out of you. Sometimes things come to the surface so they can be cleared and alchemized and shifted. The thing that used to make you feel X, Y, and Z doesn't have to make you feel X, Y, and Z. It can become your new home. It can become your new safe place. Knowing that that was there, that was a wound, and I've reframed it. So now it's a home. Now it's a vessel, it's a tool. No one can make you ashamed of who you are. And if there's something there that wasn't great for all of yourself and all of humanity, there's a poison. You get to let it go and waft off, right? With non-judgment. And then you refocus and vibe into the waters that let you become holy again, let you become whole you. Whole you accepts the universal plan. Whole you accepts the release of old people who do not serve that mission, or a crabs in the barrel mentality, right? They'll pull you in. Or you can alchemize that. You can see how it shifts. And you can hold on to that. You, right? You and the universe. So let's step into the next stage. So, universe, I accept. I accept, and I have so much room for more. I accept, and I know my abundance overflows. I accept, and I know that there is beauty that is growing on this earth. The dark ages are no more. And as we grow into the light, as we grow with you, I accept the terms and conditions, that I am responsible for my actions, that I am responsible for what I choose to co create, and I will choose better more frequently, and I will choose the best as often as I can. And I will slow down and think, but I will also trust my own instincts when the reaction is quickly. And I will heal not only myself, but the future generations and the past, just by being who I am, when I am, where I am, doing what I can, knowing that I'm in alignment with you. And when I am not, you will show me and I will correct my ways, because I know as much as I want and crave and need, and not everything is for me. Some things is for others. Some things is for their lessons. Some things is for their growth. Some things is for others. But just as some things are for others, some things are for me. So I choose me again and again. I choose you again and again. Oh, cleanse me. At this point, I say Heavenly Father, you can say universe, you can be wherever you are. Allah, Buddha, whoever. Kami, Lakshmi. May we all be welcoming the Bodhisattva era. May we all be entering Muhammad's enlightenment. May we all be walking toward the Christos that Jesus received. I appreciate this world, and so I surrender to it and build where I can and trust that you have ordered my footsteps, ordered my movement, ordered every breath. And there's support there with it. We are building the new earth. I am the walking prayer. I am the prayer. I am the answer. I am the answer. I am the answer. I am all. Speak love into your water. And drink your water. Drink your new earth portal. Receive your divine cosmic connection. So as you sit, close your eyes, feel into your body where the water is hydrating, sending it all the way through, down your chest, filling your stomach, permeating through that stomach, through your esophagus, around your larynx, blessing your pharynx, blessing your voice, your throat, up into around the cerebrum, going out towards the skin, permeating and squeezing its way through all of your intestines, small, large, moistening lymph nodes, moistening nerves, arteries, veins. Start to move your body in a spiral-like motion, or however you feel. You can be jumping, you could be shaking, you can be just moving with the water, noticing how you are also primarily water. And maybe parts are stiff and you're ready to free up that space. Trust that you're stepping into this universe. Trust that you now have new eyes, new ears, even different muscles stepping you, moving you, speaking you, your voice, speaking you, your actions moving you into a new world, a new land, another space. Trust is needed because some things, it feels foreign, it feels like it's another space, it feels like it's another land, especially when you have new eyes, and you've always had new eyes. Now, back to the mirror, and with your new eyes, I want you to see yourself a little differently. the new love you have for yourself that's deeper than you understand, the new eyes you have to see what's beautiful about you and what there is to help care for your body in a new way, in a new light. Noticing how you viewed yourself has changed. And if you see differently, you think differently, you understand and interpret the information differently. You see your new value, your new self understanding, and know that every time you look, there's something new to appreciate, there's something new to love, to value, to hold sacred. So now it's your time. We've done a few rituals. We've said quite a few words. We've explained a lot of spiritual concepts. It's time to remain consistent with your being. It's time to remain present with who you are and what you're doing. And it's okay to restart as many times as you need to continue to reset back on the space that you have co-created with the divine. If you fall off and fall into one of your patterns that was negative, it's understandable. It happens. It happens to us all. But that's the point. We are all striving for something here together. We are all striving for more. And being is part of that. There's no perfection, only the aim at the perfection, because the only perfection is divine. We do not understand everything that is happening right now. And I'm not going to cop out and say everything happens for a reason, because sometimes that reason is for us to get off our butts and do something about it. And even if you're sitting on your butt, doing something about it, trusting that the process is yours to be had, trusting that you are growing in every way. There is no stagnation. So it can feel awkward from time to time, switching our moods, switching our behavioral patterns. But it's best that we continue to do so. Trust yourself, please, 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 please. Because if something doesn't feel right or you need to question and change your behavior patterns, we get to do that together, collectively, individually. Just because something has been does not mean it should be. Let's not be classist. Let's not be racist, sexist. What else? Ageist. Everything, every part is integral to the whole. And it's going to take a lot of brain power from every perspective to surrender to physical power, the body's power, not just its exploitation, to reclaim this earth. So I welcome you back to your body. And whenever you feel that fight coming in, surrender. It's okay to get uncomfortable, to get through. It's okay to have the uncomfortable conversations to get to the other side of this. Trusting the nature, our nature, shifting into a wisdom that is all encompassing, not just singularly focused and in survival. Moving from the reptilian to the frontal, knowing that we can have pleasure here on earth and divinely orchestrate this. I want to thank you for joining me today. Stay blessed, stay golden, and remember, you are made for this golden life. Ciao for now, everybody. Welcome to the new earth.